Why Amazon profits are difficult to model. Hi guys, Chris Turton here. I have grown hundreds of profitable Amazon seller accounts over the past 14 years. Just look at some of the recent results from my team here at E-Commerce Intelligence. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever logged into Seller Central, looked at a product that's been profitable for months and thought, you've run the numbers through a good costings calculator and realized, how is this losing money now? No ad changes, no price drops, no competitor nuking the buy box, yet suddenly your margin is gone. If you sell on Amazon UK or anywhere in the EU, this video is going to hit very close to home, because right now, Amazon sellers are struggling to reliably model their profit. Fees move, new line items appear, old assumptions break, and that's how winners turn into bleeders, sometimes literally overnight. Today, I want to break down why this keeps happening, why every seller feels it, and why thin margin brands are basically living on borrowed time. Let's get into it. So, here's the uncomfortable truth. Amazon profit is never a fixed equation. It used to be simple. Product costs, shipping, Amazon referral fees, FBA fees, ads. You could model that. You could plan around that. Now you open a transaction report and see placement fees, inbound defect fees, peak storage, long-term storage, IPI scores, low inventory level fees, aged inventory surcharges, returns processing adjustments, random other charges that don't even have decent documentation. And the problem isn't just that these fees exist, it's that they change, they stack, and they often apply retroactively, meaning you can be profitable on paper and still lose money in reality. That's not a business model, that's roulette. And this is the pattern I see over and over again. A brand launches well, product market fit is good, conversion rate is healthy, ads are dialed in, contribution margin looks fine, then slowly, quietly, fees creep in. Let's say you're selling a £25 product in the UK. You're making £4 to £5 contribution margin, 20%, which feels safe enough. But now your landing costs have gone up. You haven't reviewed FBA fees in the last 12 months. You've just realized your returns rate is higher. That £4 to £5 contribution or 20% is now 10%. And here's the killer. Nothing looks broken. Revenue is stable or growing. Ads still converting. The buy box is still there. So sellers don't react fast enough. That's how these winners quickly turn into losers. Why does this hit the UK and EU sellers so much harder? Well, let's talk specifically about the UK and EU brands, because this pain is amplified here. The VAT distorts everything, because the VAT already compresses the margins, paying it up front, reclaiming it later, and often modeling profit net of VAT, which hides additional risk. The £1 fee increase doesn't feel like £1, but it absolutely is. Number two, the cross-border inventory complexity. If you're using pan-EU FBA or EFN or splitting your UK and EU stock, you now have different storage rates, more expensive fees to consider, different placement logic, different inbound rules. So your average fee doesn't exist anymore, and each unit has its own cost profile. And UK fees have become more aggressive. In the UK especially, we've seen a faster rollout of some experimental fees with less warning, less clear modeling tools, and Amazon says this helps optimize the network. What it actually does is shift operational risk onto sellers with zero guarantees of benefits. And here's the part that surprises people. This isn't category specific. Private label, wholesale, brand registered, handmade, consumables, bulky, lightweight, everyone feels it. And why is that? Because Amazon's fee system is margin agnostic. Margin doesn't care if your margin is 3% or 30%. A 50p fee increase is the same to them. But to you, that's existential if your contribution margin is thin. That's why big brands shrug, lean, direct-to-consumer first brands panic, small operators disappear without ever knowing why. Whenever fees rise, the default advice is just optimize your ads or cut your budgets, put your prices up. Now, ads can't fix structural fee increases or storage inefficiencies, inventory penalties, network level decisions Amazon makes for itself. You can't PPC your way out of a broken contribution margin or unpredictable fulfillment cost. At best, ads buys you time. They do not restore control. Let's be super clear about this. Sellers can't handle high fees. What they can't handle is moving targets, retroactive changes, and profit models that break every quarter. The real damage here isn't cost, it's uncertainty. When you can't reliably answer, if I sell one more unit tomorrow, do I make more money? You don't have a scalable business, you have exposure. And that's why so many Amazon brands feel constantly anxious, even when revenue is up. If this video feels uncomfortably accurate, you're not alone. Over 80 new sellers that work with us have their fee structures wrong, which means their contribution margins are totally wrong. This is not down to negligence from small sellers up to big multi-million pound brands. It's just because of the sheer amount of fees that change, especially in the EU and the UK. If you found this useful, like this video, subscribe. And if you want to learn more about the margin mistakes UK sellers keep missing, click up here and I will see you in the next one.